Perform the indicated operation and then reduce to lowest terms. We have 6w over w squared minus 9 plus w over w minus 3. The indicated operation is addition. Adding rational expressions is like adding fractions. You have to have common denominators. Right now, the denominators are not common. W squared minus 9 is not the same as w minus 3. So in order to get common denominators, we need to factor the denominators so that we can see exactly how the two are different from one another. So let's do that as our first step. The first rational expression is 6w over w squared minus 9. But w squared minus 9 is the difference of two squares. So we can factor it as w minus 3 times w plus 3. We want to add that to w over w minus 3. So how are the denominators the same? How are they different? Well, the denominators are the same in the sense that they both have a factor of w minus 3. How are they different? Well, the first one has a factor of w3, the second one does not. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up the second rational expression so that it does have a factor of w plus 3 in the denominator. The way that we do that is by multiplying by an equivalent form of 1. When we multiply something by 1, it remains unchanged. So we're going to think of multiplying by the number 1. Multiply by the number 1, and the rational expression has the same equivalency, but it will look a little bit different. So our form of 1 will be a fraction. In the denominator of the fraction, we'll put a factor of w plus 3. And in order to make this rational expression equal to 1, we need to make sure that the numerator is exactly the same. So the numerator will have to be w plus 3 as well. So let's go ahead and simplify a little bit. The first rational expression is 6w over w minus 3 times w plus 3. The second rational expression, we need to multiply multiply the numerators together and then multiply the denominators together. So when we multiply w by w plus 3, we get w squared plus 3w. And in the denominator, we have a factor of w minus 3 multiplied by a factor of w plus 3. Now the two rational expressions have like denominators, so we can go ahead and add them together. We add the numerators and keep the same denominator. So in our next step, we have 6w plus w squared plus 3w all divided by w minus 3 times w plus 3. We'll go ahead and now combine like terms. we have a w squared term, so we write w squared. 6w plus 3w is 9w. And in the denominator we have w minus 3 times w plus 3. In order to reduce to lowest terms, we want to factor the numerator and denominator completely. The numerator has a common factor of w, so let's factor out w. We have w times w plus 9 divided by w minus 3 times w plus 3. None of the factors in the numerator is the same as any of the factors in the denominator, so the sum is reduced to lowest terms. So the sum is w times w plus 9 all over w minus 3 times w plus 3.